How to grow wheatgrass at home. The important vitamins and nutrients in wheatgrass keep your body and mind healthy and lively. Although it can be rather pricey, taking a shot of juiced wheatgrass as part of your morning breakfast routine is seen as a healthy way to start the day. Wheatgrass can be grown outdoors or indoors in a proper tray, giving the body fast access to incredibly nourishing nutrition. The drawback of growing wheatgrass outdoors is that it will be subject to contamination from bird droppings, browsing animals like cats and other pests. When it is grown as an inside crop, it is cleaner and less likely to sustain damage. In this video, we'll talk about different steps on how you can grow wheatgrass in your home. These will be super easy techniques, and I hope you're going to love the process. So with that, let's dive into the video. Number 1, prepare your supplies. Make sure the containers you've designated for sprouting and growing your wheat seeds are exceptionally clean before you begin. If you're unsure, disinfect your supplies with diluted bleach to get rid of any pollutants. Being a food product, wheatgrass should be devoid of any pollutants that you may otherwise consume during the growing process. Number 2, measure out your seeds. It's not an exact science to calculate how much wheatgrass you will need to fill your growing container. You need just enough seed to thinly cover the top of the growing container of your choice, with seeds touching but not overlapping. Because the wheatgrass seeds may develop during the following stages before planting, slightly underfill your container. There is more than enough wheatgrass juice from 1 cup of uncooked wheatgrass seeds to reap the health benefits of this superfood. Number 3, wash the seeds. You must first prepare your seeds in order to start growing wheatgrass at home. Rinsing is the first stage in seed preparation. In this sense, washing your seeds means letting them soak in water for 8 to 12 hours, rather than simply running them under water to remove debris. Before moving on to the next phase, you'll need to repeat this process 2 or 3 times. What you must do is: A. Put wheatgrass seeds in a water-filled container or dish. Add your wheatgrass seeds after you've added clean, filtered water to your glass jar or bowl. Mold growth poses the greatest hazard to your plants at this early stage. Spray your seeds with a teaspoon of baking soda diluted in a ½ liter of water to give them a little protection. B. Use newspaper or paper towels. Use your spray bottle to thoroughly saturate the top layer of the newspaper or paper towel covering your seeds to help the seeds begin to germinate. When using a lid, lightly press the lid over the tops of the seeds after misting them with your spray bottle. You shouldn't close the container unless you're using a ventilated cover, because doing so will reduce ventilation and raise the possibility of mold growth. C. 8 to 12 hours of soaking. After arranging your seeds, give them a brief wash, drain the water, and then let them soak for 8 to 12 hours. Then repeat the procedure. You'll start to notice little sprouts developing after the 2nd or 3rd day. They'll resemble white hairs coming out of the seed. You'll know your seeds are healthy and ready to plant once you notice these sprouts. Number 4, soak your seeds. If you prefer to soak your seeds, add them to a clean glass jar or bowl of water at a ratio of 1 part seeds to 3 parts water, which means you'll need to add 3 cups of water for every cup of rinsed seeds. As you did while you were rinsing, put a lid on the container and let the seeds sit for a further 8 to 12 hours. Number 5, plant wheatgrass sprouts. You can plant your wheatgrass sprouts either with or without soil. Choose the one that's best for you. A. Soil-based wheatgrass planting. Have you prepared your soil and container? Here are the detailed instructions for growing wheatgrass in soil. 1. Fill the container with soil. In a planting tray with drainage holes, or a container lined with gravel to allow for water runoff, spread out 1 inch deep of potting soil, potting mix, or your preferred substitute along the bottom. 2. Mist the ground. Spray the soil with your spray bottle until it's evenly hydrated but not overwatered. When water starts to pool, you've gone too far. Don't provide too much water, just enough to keep the soil moist. 3. Spread sprouted wheatgrass. Avoiding excessive overlap, spread your sprouting wheatgrass in a uniform layer on top of your soil or potting mix. Without burying them, gently press your seeds into the top soil layer. 4. Cover sprouts with paper towel. A damp paper towel, newspaper, or lid that provides darkness and some airflow can be used to cover the sprouts. You should sprinkle the tops of your seeds before covering them with a lid if you're using one. 5. Put in a location with a lot of filtered sunlight. Put your tray in a location that gets a lot of indirect light, but not direct sunlight. When sprouts have grown to 1 to 2 inches in height, remove the covering and water your seeds once or twice a day with the spray bottle. Number 6. Harvest your wheatgrass. It's time to harvest your wheatgrass after it grows to a height of 5 to 6 inches, which normally happens around day 10. You can use your plant to make a fresh batch if it has split and started to develop a second sprout from the first blade of grass. Wheatgrass should be harvested as soon as it's long enough, because if it grows too much, the quality will immediately deteriorate. Your wheatgrass can be overgrown if it's tall and starting to turn from a healthy green to pale yellow. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video if you found it valuable.